Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure that you like and you share this video. I greatly appreciate it. Beyond honored to be sitting down with my friend, my big brother, Coach Lavell. What's up with you, brother?
How you doing, sir?
Good to see you, man.
Likewise, likewise.
Man, so first things first is tell me why I had to come all the way to Kinsman, Ohio this morning, dog.
Listen, I'm kind of still at awe a little bit too, because I'm like I would never in 100 years imagine myself being a head coach of a girls program out in Kinsman, Ohio. So I'm like, it's just different. But at the same time, I use it, as a stepping stone, also as a blessing, because not everybody gets the opportunity to be a head coach, and I just take it all in and just like and want to grow as a person and just instill the kids. Yes, basketball is important, but helping them become better human beings is the first objective I want to do. So.
It definitely is. And, speaking about coaching, you are the official head girls basketball coach here at Badger High School. So congratulations on that, man. That's big.
Thank you.
So how did this whole thing even come about? Because most people thought you were just going to stay at Liberty on their coaching staff.
Right. My high school coach, Josh Upshire, is the boys' head coach here. And he just called me one day. I was at work. He was like, Val, hey, I think you should entertain the opportunity of being a head coach. I'm like, okay, where at?
Yeah.
And he said, Badger. I said, okay, where the heck is Badger at? So.
Yeah. That makes two of us. I'm like, we never even heard of Badger
Never
growing
even
up.
heard of him. So it was just crazy because I was sitting at work and I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm like, head coach. Like, I know my end goal is to coach college girls basketball. I don't care if it's assistant head, whatever it may be, but I know in order to get there, I have to have some history as a head coach on my resume.
Yeah.
And so I text him back. I'm like, Coach, I can't stop thinking about it. Can we meet? Can we sit down and talk? Because, I've never been a head coach. He brought me out for breakfast, came around, showed me the school, facility and everything. And I just went home. And I'm like, man, like, what would it be like to be a head coach? And so threw my name in the hat, and the rest is history.
When you mentioned the rest is history, because most people, when they put their name in the hat, they're like, man, they're not going to pick me. I just threw it in. Like, how excited were you when you found out, oh, snap, I actually got it?
Oh, man, I was driving home, and I'm just be honest, like, I was yelling. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this is insane. A head coach, I'm like, I couldn't stop, yelling. I'm like, I'm in my car. People looking at me like, is he okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. But it's a different experience. Like, I have so many different coaches in my life that, as far as my brother, my cousin Courtney, and my Uncle Arnold, my cousin Marlon, they continue to show me and guide me in ways to build a program. So
absolutely. And your brother, I think, was one of the best athletes I saw. Because he was great in football, he was great in basketball. Coach Marlon, one of the best coaches I think the city's ever seen. And then you got Courtney, who we grew up watching. Like I remember seeing her and Tyra, damaged on the court. Like
absolutely.
Like I remember when I sat down with Courtney, I think it was last year. And we were explaining, I was pretty much explaining to her how I was a kid and I saw her drop a very well-known football player in open gym. I'm not going to, you probably know who it is.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say it, but regardless of that though, man, that's great. So here you are at Badger. How does the team look so far?
We're young, young but experienced, if that makes sense. The biggest thing that I think girls basketball lack is motivation. If they see that you're motivating them, I got girls right now. I got 3 girls. I consider them my Draymond Green. I'm a huge Draymond Green fan.
Yeah, because he went to Michigan State.
Absolutely, but at the same time, he does the little things, the intangibles. He's on the court. He sees the next pass. He dives on the floor. He takes charges, rebounds, passes. It's a little bit of everything. So right now I have a couple of those, and they're in the process. They would either run through the wall without even asking questions. Like, you can't teach that.
Yeah, and those are certain things that you just have to have.
Exactly. And so we're young, but at the same time, we got some experience. So this year can be very interesting because we continue to learn, but at the same time, we continue to grow as a team on the court. So there's things that we're going to do off the court, just do as team bonding, that I think the girls would love to do. So I'm just trying to do my best just to continue growing with them at the same time, because it's only year one.
Yeah, and the first year is always, you're excited, but
Absolutely.
you're nervous at the same time because you're like, I don't know how these parents are going to receive me.
Yes.
I don't know how these players are going to, feed it into me and buy into my system. But, you continue to learn.
Absolutely.
It's all a learning process, man.
Absolutely. So right now I don't have too many of my players because today they play in the district championship for volleyball. And then I just got my soccer players. But then today's regional championship for cross country. So I'm missing like 8 to 10 players. So it's kind of difficult. At the same time, the group I do have, they're working since September. They've been working their tails off. So it's just great to see them from watching film to now how they transition. So it's unbelievable.
Especially because basketball is really a never-ending sport.
Correct.
It's a year-round thing. I was sharing with the kids from East that your season may end in March or April, but after that you got AAU.
Absolutely.
After you have AAU, you got individual workouts, and next thing you know, school starts up, and now you got open gym, and then you got your first official practice, and next thing you know, it's game day.
Absolutely. So we got a couple scrimmages coming up, a couple games coming up. Early December, a big one against Bristol, first game of the season, which is here, December 5th. I just really want to instill to the girls that, it's going to be a journey,
Yeah.
I hate to say it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So if we could figure that out and take it game by game and not consider the losses as L's, but actually lessons, to grow until the next game and what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, definitely, man. And you've had a lot of lessons in your own life.
Absolutely.
From a player standpoint
Absolutely.
and from a coach's standpoint. What were some of the lessons that you learned that you just want to teach them about?
Being mentally tough. I think being mentally tough is the biggest thing. One thing that I could say Coach Gunn has really taught us is when you're tired, tap into that next gear in order to keep pushing, because it's difficult. And I just say that because that's how life is. Like, when things get rough, you have to figure out how to tap into that other gear, and for my situation, that other gear is God. Like, so
definitely,
if you can't tap into something that encourages you to keep going, you're gonna struggle. So I just want to teach the girls, like, this is basketball, but life is hard. It's difficult, and so in order to overcome it, you need people to surround you with encouragement.
Definitely.
Tell you when you're wrong, tell you when you're not wrong, telling you need to work on these things you continue to grow on. So it's just things like those natures that help me as a player. And I just tell them, like, basketball is becoming a positionless sport. So don't just focus on I'm just the point guard. No, I want you to play 1 through 5.
Literally,
Listen, like,
because the game now
Absolutely.
has developed so much.
Absolutely.
Like, positionless basketball, unfortunately, is how the game is played now.
Yes, it is. And so I got quite a few guards, wings. My big's gonna play some guard. My guard's gonna play some big. So it's a little thing. I'm gonna challenge them at times.
Yeah.
Like, Coach, she's 6'5". Oh, okay, that's fine. Box
Front
her
her.
up. Absolutely. You got to help backside. If you trust your teammates, you get the job done.
That's something that I can honestly say you always had. Because first of all, we were the same height, so
Absolutely.
vertically challenged, we was always like that.
Absolutely.
But defensively, we could lock anybody up.
Anybody.
That's just the reality.
Anybody,
of it.
so.
One of my favorite memories was my freshman year, your junior year, open gym, and you were screaming, "I got Devontae."
Oh, absolutely.
And I used to be like, Devontae is real, dog.
Yes.
But you had that mindset. I don't care. I'm gonna go out and attack it. Is that what you want to instill in these players here?
Absolutely. So because we play in a tough district, I'm gonna be honest, we play in a tough district, and so Coach, she's like ranked 39th in ESPN top 100. That's fine. Work on your game.
Yeah.
Continue being the best player you can be. She puts her pants on the same as you. She's not better than you mentally. So tap into that next gear where you outplay her. You don't know what anything can happen. I'm very optimistic about life as a whole. So I don't care if we go in as the 8th seed, we're playing a 1 seed. Okay, let's make history.
Definitely.
Absolutely, let's make history.
And, speaking about making history, there's no way that we can have you here without mentioning, you being one of the first black coaches here at Badger. How historical does that feel for you?
Oh, it's a privilege and an honor, and I take it in because it didn't happen by accident.
Yeah.
I have it on purpose, and I consider it, a blessing for real, because I just found out I'm the youngest coach in the Mahoney Valley, and
that's a blessing.
Yeah, it's crazy, it's insane. So I do get looks, I get comments, but I say okay. I feel like I'm Mark Jackson, or sometimes like coming into year 1. I get looks, I get comments from parents outside the school, as far as how did he get the job, they won't be successful. Okay, I love it. I promise you, I love it every single day.
Because we're always the underdogs regardless.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so I just take it in, and continue to grow and just show people that, it's not about the age, it's about wisdom and knowledge that you have for the game, and just put it on the court at the same time is unbelievable. So.
And it's the mindset,
yes,
especially
absolutely.
with us growing up, playing together at the Boys and Girls Club or open gyms. The mindset with us was nobody's going to give you anything.
No.
You have to go out and take it.
Absolutely. And so one thing I want to go take this year, because they haven't won the NAC since, NAC is the conference we're in, since 1985.
Wow.
And so
we weren't even born yet.
Weren't even born. So, and I know that's very important to the girls, and I just want to continue to help them grow and show them, like, if you continue working, we can win a NAC. The sky's the limit. I'm very optimistic, getting in districts, and further down the road if we can, even if it's year 4, whatever it may be. But these are things that I have personal goals for myself, for my players, and I really do believe in them wholeheartedly, because they showed me that they really want to play and get better each year. I got a couple players now that come in, work their tails off, and they want to be great.
Yes. Something that I wish I had was a better relationship with my coach off the floor. How important is it that you develop those relationships with your players off the floor?
It's very important. A couple of my players text me now, like, Coach, what can I work on? So I send them clips, things. Watch basketball. Just continue to watch a lot of basketball. You watch more basketball, you learn. So if you're, if I got you playing the 4-man, watch a lot of Draymond Green, as the point guard. You can watch a little bit of things that Rondo does, with his intangibles. He's very knowledgeable with the basketball, making an extra pass. But I tell girls, you're a girl, so watch girls basketball.
Yeah. It's kind of hard for them too, though, when the WNBA is not on as much as the NBA.
Right. And so I'm gonna be honest, I watch boys, men and women. So at the same time, I love watching WNBA. Like when I seen the Mystics playing the Connecticut Sun, I'm like, it's intense. Like, cause Della Dawn got hurt, I'm like, okay, so it's next man up. So it's just like, if I was a female, I would watch female basketball.
Yeah.
Now I'm a man, so I watch a lot of men's basketball. That doesn't take away anything else, but you have to learn. If you want to learn something, you got to keep watching it, keep reading it, keep learning. What can you do? What can you grow at? So,
consistency.
Absolutely. So you just come in the gym, work your tail out. In 24 lines, we're going to work hard every single day. Every single day, I promise you.
And we all know that, it's a long season.
Yes.
Everybody's excited at the beginning with kumbaya, but then adversity hits.
Absolutely.
And, you have a lot of ups, a lot of downs. What is it that you want these players to learn in the process?
I said it before, mentally tough. Like, if we're mentally tough, it will be hard to beat. And I just say that because for any team, if you're mentally tough, you won half of the battle. And so I know how girls basketball can be. Sometimes it'd be a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
They typically play a little sluggish on Saturdays. And so that's the things we have to work on at practice. Like, hey, I know you don't feel like being at practice today, but let's tap into it. Let's continue working. Let's continue growing. So,
in a sense, it's like you just got to get past that first slug moment,
absolutely.
Because we didn't have practice on Saturday. We had to run. That's just
Father him, like.
Oh my God. Oh man. Like players today, I hope they don't have to go through that like we had to.
Exactly.
But there was something that still came out of that though,
Yes.
man. To see you continue to push, to see you continue to grow. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Now we know that the first official practice for girls basketball was yesterday, Friday.
Correct.
How did the first official practice go for you guys?
We looked okay. I expected, mistake, hiccups, and everything. It's the first day. So, like I said, it's a marathon, so we got to take our time. We don't play our first official game until December 5th.
Yes.
And so I'm taking all these days in between to learn, to grow, to communicate on the court, on the defensive end, communicate as a whole in order to be successful. So if we do that, we put ourselves in a good situation to be successful night in, night out.
And the first official scrimmage is coming up, correct?
Correct. The first official scrimmage is
And that first official scrimmage, that always feel good.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you like, I'm tired of beating each other up in practice.
Absolutely.
Let's go beat somebody else up.
Absolutely. It's November 5th. It's here. Actually, we play Youngstown East, so it should be pretty interesting. So
something is crazy because I just sat down with the coaches from East and they're excited. I know you guys are too. This season, your first official season, what is going to be a successful season for Coach Turnage and the girls Badgers?
My personal goal, like I said, is to win a NAC for our team. Me, now I'm a little different because I want to get the district championship year one. I don't care. I don't want to hear about you this first year. I get that. I want to get to district. If we get the district championship, we had a successful season.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So even if we lose the game, we had a very successful season. And I say that because my junior class is my deepest class. And so if we can get that far in year one, the sky's the limit for year two. And so I want to continue doing that. And so I would say winning the NAC as a team, but as a coach, as a personal goal, is to get to the district championship.
Wanting to see your players excel off the court, wanting to see them excel on the court. That's what it's all about. First game, December 5th, it's going to be here just like that. You know, you're going to wake up one day and be like, oh, shoot, it's time to play.
Right.
You know, so what's the preparation like for you just going into that?
Being fundamentally sound, and then if our defense is going to be offense. So we're going to be flying around, rebounding, talking, communicating. So if we can do that and cause chaos and turnovers, we're going to be very successful. And I say that because once we get a rebound, outlet and go, it's a layup, like 3 seconds. So we have a up and down offensive tempo, and so once the ball flies, rebound, we have a player leaking out. Layup. So it's just if we learn to be very good on the defensive end, we're gonna be very successful.
Defense wins championships.
Absolutely.
I think that's one reason why when anybody played us growing up, they knew, oh shoot, you gotta come with it because you know these Ursuline teams or Youngstown Christian, wherever you were at, those defensive mindsets continue to grow. Now, there's no way I can have you here without asking, because I gotta ask this one: is the team gonna rock any black sheep gear? Is the team gonna rock any black sheep gear?
Not year one.
Come on, man. This year one, you got to give them something.
Not year one. We got some of our sleeve, though, for year one as far as travel gear we're working on. So.
Well, our travel gear was kind of nice, too, though.
It was. So it's going to be very similar, but we got a couple sponsorships.
Come on, man. Hashtag Black Sheep. Just one time for the kids. Just one time.
Year two, we work on that.
All right. Well, that's all right. Well, if anybody wanted to connect with you, man, how could they do that?
Oh, they can follow me on Instagram at Mr. Turnage 3, or they can follow me on Twitter at Tune_2020, which I'm in the process of changing that, which is TUNE_2020. I don't have a Facebook right now. I'm in the process of making another one, but they also can, we can connect. I'm always willing to learn from other coaches, whether older or younger, just so I can grow, network, and get to the next level.
If anybody wants to come out and support the Badger Braves, how can they do that?
Just give me a call, and we can set something up as far as scrimmages, games. Reach out to me. I'm always willing. The more the merrier. So the more fans we have, I think the girls will be more influenced, to play even a little harder. Not saying they won't play hard anyways, but it's always good to have a nice crowd.
Got to. Well, nothing else needs to be asked. Coach, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Make sure you guys like and share this video. Coach Turnage, owner Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all for watching. See you next time.